Shalom, everyone, from the Tabernacle of David, Prophetic Dance Center in Jerusalem. It is a beautiful day here, and I am so blessed to be alive. And I think the main thing that God has been wanting to drive home to me in my life is not only learning how to keep my joy on in the midst of all the global crisis so that I continue to be a light in a very dark place, but to learn how to truly live in the moment with God. We can make our plans, that's fine and healthy, but we need to be living in this moment with God and be completely available to God, to ourselves, and to others. I felt inspired to talk to you today about anxiety. So I have a situation currently in my life that can produce a lot of anxiety because of the person that I have to deal with, knowing how he's been in the past. And so we really have to talk to ourselves. We have to have self-control, and we have to speak to our person and take authority over how our thoughts are going to go. Because if we don't have self-control with our thoughts, and that will take us into a very bad place. We need to get control of our thoughts. God says, Yeshua says, do not worry. Be anxious for nothing, but with everything, with prayer and supplication or petition, present your request to God, and may the peace of God that transcends all understanding guard your heart and your mind in Messiah Yeshua. So simply put, if you feel anxious, pray, talk to God. You have to have an antidote. I know it's said in two different ways, but you know what I mean. We must have a solution. What are we going to do when the temptation of anxiety comes? So here I am again having to deal with this person and having to take control of my thoughts, really speaking to myself and saying, no, I need to do X, Y, and Z so that I don't just allow my thoughts to just run rampant and take me into a place of anxiety. It's not an option for my life. My life is too important. God says, take back your joy, take back your peace. Yeshua, when he spoke to his disciples, he said, I give you my peace, unlike what the world could ever give you. So we have supernatural peace given to us by God himself. Don't let anybody rock your world. See, God allows all of these things so that we can exercise self-control in what we say and what we think about, gulp and what we swallow, because what we swallow will result in how we feel, of course, cause and effect. So I want to encourage you today, take back your joy, take back your peace, find an antidote for your anxiety when that temptation comes. Don't even call it yours. If you're sick, don't call it your sickness. Don't own it. And just one last thing, a lot of people have been struggling with physical infirmity. God has reminded me twice over the past couple of years when I don't feel so great. He says, just don't say okay to the enemy. Don't say those two letters. Don't say okay to the pit. Because the enemy wants you to agree with sickness. We're not denying that we have symptoms and we don't feel well, but don't say okay to the enemy, and trust God for your deliverance, because he is faithful. He says many of the afflictions of the righteous, but God will deliver you from them all. In Yeshua's name, God bless you from the city of the great King, Yerushalayim.